Today, Kevin and I are going to be visiting Marcella's Doughnuts and Bakery. We are in Cincinnati, Ohio, and this is the storefront. It's a little like a strip mall, and there's a Dollar General, there's a tobacco place, there's a nutrition place, Lavish Nails, everything in here. So we're going to go in and see what they have. Okay, so they have a white ice with sprinkles, chocolate ice, pink ice with sprinkles, Oreo, cinnamon sugar. They have a Samoa, chocolate ice with sprinkles, lemon, glazed, maple. They have a Cronut. This is really nice though because they have lots of seating in here, so you could come and then take a seat. So they also down here they have cronuts and stuff like that. So these are the other ones they have. They have a raspberry filled, white cream filled, apple fritter, cronut, custard filled, kettle Danish, and tiger tail. They also have drink machines and tables here. So we have our Marcella's Doughnuts, and the lady in there was really, really nice. We chose 6. So there were certain prices for the donuts. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But we chose an apple fritter and a raspberry filled. I always have to get a raspberry filled because it's my favorite Krispy Kreme, so I always want to taste the different raspberry filled donuts. This is a cronut, and that's how that looks from the side. I mean, it's a good size. This is a Samoa. This one is an Oreo, and then this is a maple glazed. So they had different pricing for different donuts, but I can just give you the total for ours. Keep in mind, we bought basically 4 donuts, 1 apple fritter, and 1 cronut. So for those 6, it was $10.70, and that's before tax.
Right, and you could leave a tip or whatever.
Right. So the first one we're going to try is the cronut, and Kevin is going to cut it in half. I've said before, these it's hard to film in the car. It's so much easier when you can lean on the kitchen table and have a cutting board and stuff like that. But we're just happy to be here having some donuts and a cronut, huh? And an apple fritter. Okay, so let's see if we can get a view of the inside of it. If you turn it around. Oh yeah, there we go. So we're going to be trying the apple fritter at the same time as we try the cronuts. So Kevin's going to go ahead and cut it for you too. And there's I do have to say, this is a smaller apple fritter than what we've had in the past. But still, it might be delicious. Okay, here we are. So we're going to try the cronut. I'm so excited. Now Kevin has a tray. I just have a napkin. So
it doesn't feel as crunchy as I was expecting it to be. I thought it would be really crunchy on the outside.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious.
That's a nice texture.
It tastes more like a, it has more like a pastry texture to me. So it's more like it's not as crispy as like a toaster strudel.
No, and you don't get the layers really.
No, but it does taste like it almost tastes like if you've ever had a cream horn, the outside of a cream horn.
Yeah.
And that on top is like the
kind of a
sweet
chewy
cream.
Texture. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of chewier. So it reminds me a lot of a cream horn, but in a different shape.
It's good. It's
I like it. It's very sweet.
It's very doughy though. As far as there's a lot of dough there. I don't know. I think I'd rather have just a regular donut over that.
Okay.
Because I was really expecting like to bite through and get the crunchy layers. You really don't.
No, you don't. And we don't have experience with cronuts, so we don't know. This is the apple fritter. I always love the texture.
Mm-hmm. The crispy outside.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it has a wonderful glaze, like your traditional glaze that you would get on a glazed donut. And that's the texture. It's a really thin texture on the outside. That is good. It's definitely
good. The apple is very light.
I don't taste apple at all.
Yeah, it's very. I get a few little pieces of it here and there.
I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon.
Got a little cinnamon.
Mm-hmm. But
It's good.
I'm not getting the apple. It's just, it is good, but it's not my favorite apple fritter. Like if I went there, I wouldn't necessarily have to get one again. So now we're gonna try we've paired up the Oreo and the raspberry filled, and we didn't pair them this way on purpose. It's just how many we can fit on a plate. This is a regular size paper plate, so you can see how big these are.
They're big. These are definitely a denser texture.
Yes, I agree with you.
They're not a fluffy, what I consider fluffy.
No, I agree. So there's the Oreo, and there's nothing on the inside. It's just everything's on the outside.
Yeah, it's just sprinkling on the outside.
And then this is going to be the raspberry filled. And I'm always curious, like, how filled is it?
Yeah, that's why I try to cut it in the middle.
And how does it compare to the Krispy Kreme raspberry? Because I love it. Okay, so we're actually going to try the raspberry first, because I tell you why, that Oreo looks like the crumbs are going to go all over the car. Are you sure you want me to have this one?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
This one, he gave me the side with the most cream. And of course, I'm going to take a bite right out of that piece. There's not a lot in there, it doesn't seem like.
She said cream. She meant raspberry.
I meant raspberry filling.
I've said cream like 5 times now.
Yeah, it's not cream. It's raspberry filling.
Although it might as well be cream.
Do
you taste anything?
It does not. I don't know why, but Krispy Kreme raspberry filled, nobody has been able to beat that. They haven't. They just really haven't. The donut itself is soft. Very, very soft. I like the thicker layer of the topping. The icing. But that raspberry, you do not taste it. No, you don't taste it at all.
No, it's weird.
I would not get that again.
I love the donut. I would buy it for the donut.
The donut itself is fine.
Yeah, the donut's good and fluffy and
But if
soft.
you're buying that.
Yeah, you want the raspberry and you really don't get it.
You don't. Okay.
This reminds me of a king cake. Not because it's got sugar crystals on it, just because it all falls apart when you eat it.
Yes, like you touch this and the crumbs are coming.
Yeah, they're already falling.
They're everywhere. When I get up out of this car, I'm going to have to wipe myself off. That is a...
I get the cookie flavor.
I do too.
I'm more disappointed in the donut itself than the topping. It's very, like, dense.
Okay.
Kind of dry.
I'm going to say this. Honestly, it's no better than you would get in the Walmart.
I think Walmart donuts are better in some cases because they're softer.
When you go to the Walmart bakery and you go in there, this is literally like the same standard I would expect from the Walmart bakery. This is not. We've had donuts from many, many other places, and I mean top-notch donuts, and these are not bad. I mean, it's a donut, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, there is no bad donut.
But it's definitely, like, so far, we have 2 left. But so far, I would not go out of my way to go to this place again.
No, and funnily enough, what I would buy would be the raspberry, but not because of the raspberry, just because that was the nice, fluffiest
It has
donut,
been the fluffiest.
and the sweetest and the best flavored donut that we've tried so far.
But like I said, we
got 2 more.
2 more. Okay, so lastly, we have the maple.
Again, a very kind of dense donut.
Yeah, and then the Samoa. Are you gonna wipe that knife off? I just don't want to get maple flavor on our Samoa. So the Samoa, like the Girl Scout cookie, it's like caramel and coconut.
Yeah.
There we go.
And chocolate.
Okay, so you want to go for maple?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one feels a little softer.
It does feel soft.
They're very big. I mean, they're tall.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's softer than a lot of the other ones we've had. Honestly, some of them, like that Oreo one, It was okay. They called it Oreo, and I mean, you can tell they did put crushed Oreo.
And you did get a little bit of the cookie flavor when you got the topping.
But it honestly, it was like, I don't know if it was made earlier or whatever. It just came across as an older made.
Not as fresh.
There went some donut in the floor. But this seems fresher.
Yeah, it's a little softer.
It seems softer, and you do get the maple. How do you feel about that maple?
I don't mind the maple. It's honestly not a super strong maple. We've had stronger. It's good. I mean, it's one I wouldn't go out of my way to buy, but it's good.
But you can tell that it's maple. It doesn't have like it's going for a maple nut goodie kind of maple.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get there strong enough.
But it's plenty strong enough for me.
It's okay.
Okay, so this one is yeah. This is the Samoa, and it's huge. I mean, my goodness.
They've all been pretty thick donuts.
Like, there is stuff all over the place.
I'll let her clean us out of the car.
I like the coconut.
You get a little coconut, you get a little caramel too.
Every time you take a bite.
Something falls off. Or if you're not taking a bite. It's good. I like that one pretty decent.
I like how fresh it is. It's softer. My favorite thing about this is the topping. And
the coconut's really good. You just pick the topping off.
Yeah, I could literally go through and just pick the topping off.
I feel the same way about the Oreo one.
Okay,
the topping of the Oreo is really good with the cookies and the frosting. It's really nice, but the actual donut itself is just okay.
Okay, so
I think that's the theme with all these, is the donut's okay. They're not spectacular by any means, but they're okay.
I like these better. There's another donut place that we visited in Lexington, and I do like these better than that place.
Yeah.
However,
that's like a chain though.
Yes. However, I hate to say it. It's a donut. Like I said, you're not going to get a bad donut. It's not like they taste bad. But would I necessarily have to come back here? Absolutely not.
You would make a special trip.
I would not make a special trip to visit this place. I apologize. I'm sorry.
There's one in Lexington, outside of Lexington, that we would actually make a special trip to.
Yes, I would. It would be worth like
a 30-minute drive to get there.
Yeah, I'm going the 30 minutes to get there. This I wouldn't drive 30 minutes to come here. But that said, what was your favorite?
Again, the raspberry filled, but not because of the raspberry. But not because of the raspberry though.
Okay. There were two that I thought were okay. The Cronut I thought was okay because I like the pastry flavor of it. But I also like the Samoa.
The Samoa's good. Because
it was something different. And it's not often you go in a bakery and see a Samoa.
No.
You see that combination.
Like I said, none of them were bad. It's just, they're nothing special, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Ohio, if you're in the Cincinnati area, you'll have to let us know. Have you ever visited a Marcella's? What did you order? I looked at the reviews online, and someone had said to definitely don't miss the Cronut, and that's why I made sure that I bought the Cronut. And I do like it. It just wasn't what I thought it would be.
No.
I thought it was literally going to be flaky
layers.
And it's not flaky. It's more like a bread, more like doughy.
Yeah.
So it's just not what I expected. But I did take the advice of whoever left that review online. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have some pictures for you at the end. And thanks for watching.